Hello guys, welcome back. I'm feeling better. We did a ritual. I not only prayed to my mother, because she's an ancestor now, and that was her tree, and she really cared about the tree because after my father was gone, they cut down the tulip tree he had left us. It was like 2 stories tall. They just cut it down. They didn't care, and that was when they were coming through and doing sewage work. And this um smoke tree was so healthy it was going into bloom, and he's going to BS me and say no, it was dying. I know he's going to. And Inari is just supremely calm and had me do a ritual. I brought some branches in, some were even going to bloom into like smoke plumes. And I brought some branches up front and placed them just so, like some of the cut wood. And I got like sap. I had sap all over my hands, and the wood is sweet and fragrant and smells beautiful. So that all smells real nice now. They are supremely calm. They are known to go a little more than crazy if you cut down one of their sacred trees. And they keep pointing out that it smells like cedar. And I do believe that was their tree because they said, "Whose property is this?" Because I couldn't figure out who this sweet gentle goddess was that appeared, and it was Inari. And she was talking in this voice. It was the voice that says, "I love my child and I'm making her very calm. But stay here so mommy can go do something, okay?" So she had me do this beautiful ritual, and I can totally let go of it and not worry. And it's like very unusual now. It's like very misty out. And she's known for phenomena like mist, rain, thunder, and lightning, like all these associations that Loki also has. I think it's why they get along so well. And she's very much the shapeshifter, and she's also a dragon, and the fox, and the snake. And she's been using wolves with me to kind of push forward that I am forceful. Like maybe Fox wasn't quite doing it because I was not steeped in Japanese culture from a baby where they can actually be terrified of kitsune, because kitsune can do good or they can do bad. And Inar's in charge of all of them, in a sense, as much as foxes will listen, which is not much. It's kind of like Baron is in charge of the Gate A, but they don't listen much either. They're dead. What's he gonna do to them? And so she is very, very calm. And I had stumbled across a thing on one of her many shrines where they changed the kanji because at the last minute they found a key, like the last possible minute before somebody was going to be executed because he was the guard and he lost the key and they were going to have him execute himself. So yeah, she's definitely pointing things out, and I kind of wanted to talk about that because Loki and Inori, they both are shapeshifters. They both really don't really care what gender they are. They just pick one or none at all. They can change their appearance a lot. Sometimes it's hard to know what you're looking at. Sometimes it's kind of like, how you see them in your mind's eye, sort of. It's sometimes hard to see either one. It's like they're in a mist or distorted or something. They both have that. They have affinity for all the same animals. They're both very much, Loki has a Lord of the Forest aspect with me, and Inari is the forest. She is the mountain, she is the rice field, she is the tree. You don't touch her things. You don't touch the little nanimals. I mean, people used to be very careful in old Japan about, appropriating her. Not only because they loved her and they liked to serve her, but also if you made her angry, her anger knew, no bounds. So they both have that kind of temperament on them where they're usually very kind and loving. But if you would do something truly terrible on purpose, not by accident, on purpose, and not beg forgiveness, be obstinate, And, they both are very protective of anyone under their care, and it may take a while. Their justice may take a while. In the book I showed you guys, I think it took like 3 years or even longer for something to happen to this one person, and everybody was like, but it eventually happened. So she told me not to worry about when it's going to happen, and not to worry about these people coming around trying to take advantage, but it would be taken care of, because she's also a kami of war, by the way. So she's getting along quite well with Odin as well, because she's a kami of war. She'll lead troops into battle, and she will kill everything in sight. That's why she kind of, she has that dragon energy. Dragons were both feared and revered. And she's also, and she's very proudly pointing this out, she's not entirely Japanese. They actually don't know where she comes from. She could come from Korea, she could come from China, she could come from, some people believe, Pacific Islanders founded Japan, so, she could come from the Pacific Islands, but she's definitely the dragon. She's definitely the fox. She's used wolf with me. And whatever she tells you is, the set of rules that applies to you. It's kind of like with Loki, where they're both extremely individualized, where no one else since time began to forever may ever have the same set of rules or living conditions. She's like kind of pushing it because all the plushy foxies in the house are hers. Those are her, her kitsune. She likes those. She likes her plushies. She likes her toys. She can be very sweet, very gentle, and Loki's more than happy to share with her. He refers to her as a sister. And she has that really gentle, sweet side to her. And I've never seen a god, a goddess, kami, whatever term you want to use, that everyone gets along with so well, except for maybe La Santa. Loki can drive everybody crazy, even though we all love him. And La Santa can sometimes scare everybody as she gets in a mood, but, Inari is a real sweetheart. But again, she reached the point where, especially, it was something that belonged to one of my ancestors. She's also protectoress of the dead and graveyards. And, you don't touch a dead, you don't touch anything belonging to the dead, which is why that story I told you that guy's house caught on fire, that's why you don't touch anything that she's protecting. And she's pretty much goddess of everything. And I mean everything. A lot of, at least one person that spoke to the researcher said she's God. In the Judeo-Christian sense, she's God. Not that you have to take those Judeo-Christian trappings, but she's God of absolutely everything. You don't mess with her. She controls traffic like Papa Ogu, and she controls travel, communication, arts, everything. Absolutely everything. I didn't even have to mention it. She controls it. She's also hearth goddess, which is why we've been doing a lot of cooking. Tea, sake, a lot of the stuff, But absolutely anything. And she's definitely here to stay. We've had a lot of trouble kind of easing in, but it feels like that has broken finally and totally. I think this was kind of the tipping point, because have you ever gotten so angry that you pass anger and you kind of go to like a place of zen serenity? So angry I got when I realized that the tree was also in bloom. Were there maybe like one or two old branches that could have been pruned out? Yes, but the whole tree wasn't bad. It just did this thing that smoke trees tend to do, where they decide they want to plop on the ground and grow on the ground. That's what they want to do. They're a smoke tree. They're going to do their thing. And he took advantage. So I was very unhappy, because you could see from the wood, and he should have seen from the first branch he cut, that the wood's healthy. There's sap falling out of it. I got sap all over my hands when I was handling it. It's the most fragrant and sweet. All the leaves were on the tree. It's even blooming out in the smoke tips. He just wanted it gone because he wanted it gone. And he probably thinks he has a use for the wood. Or maybe the guy that cuts my grass made a deal with him behind my back. I don't trust him either. So Mama Fox is just very much smiling and washing her dainty little paws and smiling. And Papa Fox is smiling. And all the gods are smiling. They like setting things to rights. It has nothing to do with their temperament. They like setting things to life. They're both definitely the one that's called in to be closers and to be the ones that set up the balance. We've all probably at points in our life got away with being less than honest. And we've all probably done things we probably shouldn't have. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a patron saint and I don't deserve this. But we usually end up making amends for something that we lose. Like, have you ever found something and nobody will claim it, and instead of doing the honest thing of turning it into the nearest person, you just kind of keep it, and then like a week later you lose something? Yeah, and it's usually something you care about a lot more than the pretty thing you saw. So I learned to respect karma at an early age, because there was something I saw I don't even remember what it was, and I showed it to my mom, and I knew we were in a restaurant, and I knew I should turn it in, and my mom was like, well, if you really, really, really like it, I think in this case, because you always turn stuff in, go ahead, keep it. And I wasn't sure, but I kept it. Not only did I lose it within a week, but I also lost my favorite, favorite, favorite jeweled bell. They weren't real jewels, of course, but I lost that. Because I had taken it off, in the ladies' room, and when I went to go back to find it, it was gone. Karma. Karma. Probably a Nari karma. Or Loki karma, but yeah. So don't take stuff that doesn't belong to you. Return it if you can, or turn it into the proper authorities, or leave it there. Don't nick stuff and then try to give it to them. So yeah. And I'm doing much better because I know they will always try their tricks, but Inari was like, I've got you. I've got you. Why do you think I keep playing that song and making references and everything? I've got you. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.